People usually tend to gravitate towards anything that takes their interests, and in many cases, it becomes their hobby. Hello, everyone. Today's question of the week. Today's question of the week. Question for the week is, what's your hobby? I'd like to talk about one particular hobby of mine, which I am really, really passionate about. I noticed that many of us have a lot of hobbies, which is quite good. It's normal. But when it comes to promoting myself, I would really want to talk about my number one hobby, which is photography. I'm a photographer by trade, but at the same time, I take photos as a hobby because that is where my passion lies on. I specialize in urbex, which a couple of pictures are coming out now, and also concept photography, which I will show you some examples right now. And sometimes I get paid for it, sometimes I win competitions because of that, and that's why I focus on that as my profession, because I get money out of it. But really, when it comes to treating photography as a hobby, I go out and take pictures of something that is outside the field of urbex, urban exploration, and concept photography, because I really don't want to think money whenever I'm taking pictures of what I like, and that is street photography. Now, here are some of the images that I took. It's so funny sometimes that we are asked about our hobbies when most of our hobbies, we think that it is not related to the job that we are applying for. That is the reason why I focus on this particular hobby of mine, because I tend to promote myself as a video editor and a photo editor, and it correlates. The photography relates to the jobs that I am applying for, and it's a good thing because the clients will hear that the products that I will be giving to them is something that I'm mastered because of the hobby that is related to the job that I am applying for. Photography, videography, video editing, videography, all of those correlate to each other. And in many cases, we use the same senses, we use the same techniques to develop the products that they want. However, I don't usually talk about my accomplishments as a photographer. Many people nowadays are photographers, and many of them are good as well. So I don't really make such a big deal out of it. Well, if other people would want to buy some of my photography, then some of my photographs, then fine, that's good. But I am applying for a different kind of job, which is video editing. The thing that I like about my hobby is with just one field, that's photography, it makes me explore a lot of subfields in photography. As many people know, there's the wedding photography, there's portrait photography, there's macro photography, there's cityscapes, landscapes, those kinds of stuff, and those are all different. And in many cases, people want to explore all those fields, and it keeps them interested in taking photographs, which is very, very important. And I love that whenever I do photography outside work, that's outside work, I do photography outside work, I tend to do a lot of crazy stuff just to experiment and have fun with the hobby. It's not just about that photo, but the things that I do to capture a particular photo, just like this one. It's so crazy that I had to crawl on the floor and just to take a picture of my cat's butt. That was way back when. And also, the good thing about what I'm doing as a hobby is I get to meet a lot of interesting people, places, animals. And one of the most rewarding to me was when I found a stray dog and I helped her be rescued. And now she is happily living in America with her permanent family. And it, despite all of the achievements that I got, which is not it's not big. I'm not a big person in the world of photography. I'm just a tiny dot actually. But I despite all of those accomplishments that I had, I think the most rewarding to me was due to my blogging and my photography. I was able to discover this dog and help him, and I got to connect with many people who are passionate with helping dogs, animals in general. So yeah, this is my entry for this week, and I hope all of you guys will join in and just talk about your hobby. It's not a test. It's not a competition. I just want you to talk about yourselves. Have a good, is it Saturday today? Have a good week.